Hey there, Sarge here from 100 Games 100 Days. Today, we're gonna go over Kublai Khan's leader abilities in detail with in-game examples so you know exactly how to use them. I'll show you how to get a whopping 17 policy card slots to use in a game, explain which civics and techs you can boost through trade routes, and just how random they really are, and much more. So let's take a look. Kublai Khan is a leader that can be played with either China or Mongolia. When you played as China in the past, you played as leader Jin Shi Huang, who had the leader ability of First Emperor. When you played as Mongolia in the past, you played as leader Genghis Khan, who had the leader ability Mongol Horde. You will lose these leader abilities when you play as Kublai Khan as China or Mongolia, but you will gain Kublai Khan's leader ability of Gerege, which we will go through in this video. You will also keep any civilization abilities of China or Mongolia depending on who you play as. If you're interested in learning about how the Mongolia civilization abilities work, along with Genghis Khan's leader ability Mongol Horde, I do have a video on that which I'll link to in the description. Let's look at the first part of Kublai Khan's leader ability, Gerege. One extra economic policy slot in any government. Pretty simple, right? But there's some gotchas with this ability that you should be aware about. In this example, I've started a new game as Kublai Khan leading China, and I've just finished researching Code of Laws, so I can start putting in policies in my government. As you can see, I can put in discipline or survey and God King and urban planning. In this example, we are playing with the Secret Society's game mode that came with the New Frontier Pass DLC. I have Code of Laws researched, and I'm going to join the Owls of Minerva Secret Society, which gives one extra economic policy slot. By doing this, we now have 3 economic policy slots. However, because we only have 2 economic policy slots to choose from at this stage of the game, by having 3 economic policy slots open, we can't lock in our government. This means that none of our policies will work until we have enough economic policies to fill out our current government. As you can see here, this scout would usually get plus 10 experience for getting a goodie hut if we were running the policy of survey. However, because we can't lock it in, we're only going to get plus 5. But if we had the survey card in, we would get plus 10. So you need to be careful of this when you're playing with the Secret Societies mode on. If you want to get Owls of Minerva early, it is best to wait until after you've researched craftsmanship or foreign trade, as these civics provide the 3rd economic policy slot, allowing you to lock your government in place. In this example, we have our policies locked in place because we have foreign trade research with Owls of Minerva and we're playing as Kublai Khan, so Gerege is giving us that extra economic policy slot, and if we pick up this goodie hut, we will get 10 experience because our government has been locked in. In this extreme example, we have a lumber, Big Ben, Patala Palace, and Forbidden City. Each one of these wonders gives us a free policy slot. A lumber gives us a military policy slot, Big Ben gives us an economic policy slot, Patala Palace gives us a diplomatic policy slot, and Forbidden City gives us a wildcard policy slot. We are playing as Kublai Khan, so Gerege itself gives us an economic policy slot. We have a tier 4 government in synthetic technocracy, which gives us 10 policy slots in total. All the tier 4 governments give you 10 policy slots. And we have Owls of Minerva Initiation, which is giving us 1 economic policy slot, and Indoctrination gives us a wildcard policy slot, for a grand total of 17 policy slots. Pretty awesome. The second part of Kublai Khan's Gerege ability is receive a random Eureka and Inspiration when establishing a trading post in another civilization city for the first time. Now, as China, a trading post will not be established until the trade route has finished completely. In this example, you can see that we can send a trade route to Tamar's city of Tbilisi. If you look at the trade screen, it appears that it's saying that the trade route will take 12 turns, but this is incorrect. What this number is saying is that the city is 12 tiles away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we were going to send a trade route to Hattusa, it is saying it's 7 tiles away, but that's not actually 7 tiles that the trade route will go based on this example here. If the trade route was to go to Hattusa, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles. So what this number seems to be representing is the number of tiles the city is actually away if you were to draw a direct line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In order to get the Eureka and Inspiration boost, we would have to send the trade route to a civilization. So the trade route would go to Tbilisi and then come back for a total of 24 turns. Trade routes can get confusing, as sometimes trade routes will take multiple trips between cities if they're close enough. One suggestion is to download the Better Trade Screen mod, which tells you exactly how long the trade route will take to complete. So loading up the same save as before, but with the Better Trade Screen mod enabled, you can see that sending this trade route to Tbilisi will take 24 turns to complete. And you can see down here, sending a trade route to Hattusa will take 36 turns. As you can see here, this trade route will follow this path, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles away. So this 36 actually means that this trade route is going to go to the city, go back, and then it's going to repeat it. So sometimes it's hard to know if it's going to repeat or not, but this mod tells you exactly how long the trade route will take to complete. So you will know if you play as China with Kublai Khan, how many turns it will take until you get your boosts. Here, I've fast forwarded a bit, and this trade route is about to end. As we can see, the trade route is about to head to Beijing. So if I go to the next turn, we've got a boost to the wheel, and we've got a boost to mysticism. Playing Kublai Khan as Mongolia gives us the Or2 ability. Starting a trade route immediately creates a trading post in the destination city. With Kublai Khan's ability, this means that if we send a trade route to Tbilisi in this example, we will get the inspiration boost and Eureka straight away. Note that sending a trade route to a city-state does not give you an inspiration or Eureka boost. Note that you only get the Eureka and inspiration boost for the first time you send a trade route to a civilization. For example, I'm going to send my first trade route here to Yulundi of the Zulu civilization. So we'll get a boost and an inspiration, a Eureka and an inspiration, sorry. And then we're going to send one to their second city, but we do not get the Eureka or inspiration. If you denounce a civilization, so here I'm going to denounce Australia, you can still send them a trade route. Note, if you're at war with a civilization, you can no longer send them a trade route. In this example, I've declared war on Germany, but I can't send them a trade route. One thing you could do if you wanted to chain multiple boosts at the same time with trade routes and you only have one trade route, is you could send a trade route to someone that you're about to declare war on. So here I'm going to send a trade route to Tamar. So we've got the boost to irrigation and mysticism. Now I'm going to declare war on them. When you declare war on a civilization, your trade route ends, but because we're playing as Mongolia, we still establish the trade route, giving us the Eureka boost and inspiration boost, and we get our trade route back. I can't move it this turn, but if we forward ahead to the next turn, we can then use our trade route and trade with Paris in this example. And then we could do the same thing again. We could declare war on Paris and then send that trade route to someone else. Here, I want to demonstrate that boost you get from sending trade routes is not random. There is some order to things. In this example, I have multiple cities established with trader units ready to trade with other civilizations. If we look at the tech tree right now, you can see that we already have sailing, astrology, and writing boosted. In the civics tree, we have state workforce, early empire, mysticism, political philosophy, medieval fairs, and guilds. Through multiple tests, I have come to the conclusion that the random boost you get will start at the earliest era that you don't have tech and civic boost for. In this example, we have craftsmanship and military tradition from the civics tree yet to be boosted. Once these are boosted, it will move on to the classical era and boost all remaining civics and techs before moving on to the medieval era. The boost that you get within each era is completely random. To demonstrate this, I'm going to send a trade route to Stockholm. We've got the boost to the wheel and military tradition, and I'll send another trade route to Ottawa. Archery and craftsmanship is boosted. So now we have all the boosts in the ancient era. Now we will get a random boost from the classical era if we send another trade route. So here we just got military training. See how it wasn't in order? It was just random. Also note that you can't reload a save and hope for different boosts. I reloaded the same save several times, and each time, even though I used different trader units, it still boosted the wheel and military tradition. To demonstrate this further, I'll continue sending the rest of my trade routes to civilizations, and we'll have a look at the civics and tech tree at the end. So now we've sent all of our trade routes. You can see that we got all of the boosts in order through each era, and we didn't get any ahead. Also note that you cannot boost techs that don't actually have a boost required. So see how we didn't boost animal husbandry because there's no boost associated with that technology. This also applies to the ideology civic and future era civics in the civics tree. For example, if I send this trade route now to Stockholm, we will only get a boost to smart materials, but we did not get a civic boost, even though we have civics available. In the tech tree, you can get boosts for all of the future era techs except for the last one, which is the future tech, for example. So now we've boosted every single tech on the tech tree, but we can't boost this tech because this is future era tech and it doesn't have a boost. If you got something out of this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content like this. What are your thoughts on Kublai Khan as a leader? I personally think his leader ability works really well with Mongolia. I'm excited to try them out in a science game, carefully planning trade routes to get those late era tech boosts that are only acquired through great scientists or spies. How will you play as Kublai Khan? Let me know in the comments below. If you don't know, I stream regularly on Twitch at twitch.tv/100games100days. Links to that and other socials like our Discord are in the description below. Until next time, take care of yourself and happy sieving.